Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is 15 Degrees Tarot, and on this video it's going to be another pick a card reading. The title of this video is They Left Without Saying a Word, but here's what the cards have to say. So this reading is just to give you clarity about what they wanted to say before they left you, or if they just ghosted you, what they wish they had said. And if you haven't ever done a pick a card reading, the way that it works is that you just focus on one of these three, whichever one calls to you, and then down below I provided the timestamps. Again, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe, and let me know which pile you chose and if it resonates with you. So with all of that being said, let's start with number one. So pile number one, this is your reading to find out what they wish they had said. Again, if you like these, please like and subscribe. So pile number one, this is your reading, and so with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords has to do with so they wanted to say something. This person wanted to say something, however, they felt that they doubted how to express themselves. I think possibly they were pretty overwhelmed with their thoughts, and they chose silence out of fear or out of confrontation. With the Page of Coins, this is all about potential, value, and grounded beginnings, right? So I think with this card, they may have felt unprepared or emotionally unavailable or immature. So they were not ready to weigh the responsibility or the commitment. But I do think that there was sincere feelings here. So I can hear them say like that they did see potential in the both of you, but they were just not ready to meet you where you wanted to be met. And the same with the Star. So the Star is all about hope and being vulnerable and there being a spiritual connection. So they did feel this emotional bond. However, I don't think that they were like they felt worthy of standing in it. Yeah, like I think they were longing for something distant or idealizing something. Then the Five of Swords, this is just all about confusion, unspoken words. So it's often a regret. So they do regret what happened. It's about walking away, but a very cowardly way of walking away. So I do think that they do regret this. I do think that they walked away thinking that they were protecting the both of you from the pain, but it was just a very cowardly way of doing it. And I think that they know that. I think now they know. But I mean, yeah, this person did value the relationship a lot, but I think that they were just not ready, or they were just too overwhelmed. And then with the two of pages, so this is choice and duality. So they were just basically torn between the two parts of themselves. So like the head and the heart. And the way that I see it is that they were just like looking away from this situation. Then the Star is the 17th card, which is power and then inner strength and the karma. So like if you think about like the 1 and 7 and the 8, there was like the 8 is a sense of destined to be taught, or like a teaching in strength. And then the Five of Swords, I mean, the 5 is just about conflict and change and freedom. So I do think that this was a necessary disruption. So it was just something unstable, this thing of being unstable. But I think just like in general is that I don't think they left because they didn't care. They left because they just didn't know how to say things, or like they were afraid of failing you. So, but I do think that you did inspire them, because the Star is just about having hope. So you did inspire them, and I think that they still carry that light. But the cowardly way of walking away, I think they do regret this, and they do hope that one day that they'll be strong enough to speak about it. So again, this was pile number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, you can like and subscribe and let me know what you think. So pile number 2, this is your reading. So again, if you do like these videos, you can go ahead and like and subscribe. So the 9 of Cups is illusions. The 6 of Wands is a public reward. The Page, and this is about there being a breakthrough. Okay, so the first thing that I mean with the Knight of Wands is that this person did act on an impulse. Like they left very fast without like saying anything. And I think what happened with the Cups is wishes being fulfilled. I think that you expected too much out of them, or you overwhelmed them with how you wanted them to be. So with the Nine of Cups, this is a person who was emotionally fulfilled in your presence. This is also about like wishes being fulfilled. So I do think that they were truly happy, more than they expected to be. And I think that this sort of scared them a little bit. Like they weren't sure they deserved it. With the 6 of Wands, this is recognition, pride, and ego. It's also like a victory. So they may have felt proud to be with you. Perhaps that you made them feel seen in a way that others didn't. But there's also like a risk of like their identity was wrapped around being admired, right? So like they felt the fear that this image could crack. So I feel like you thought this is about wishes being fulfilled, ego, like them being afraid of this ending, or like this image having cracks. This is walking away on an impulse, like without saying anything, and things happening very quickly. Then the Ace of Swords is about having a breakthrough. So this is just about a very sharp beginning, being very decisive. I think that it might have been you. I think that you pushed him away, like you basically sabotaged your own relationship by expecting too much, or like, I don't know, I kind of see you like telling them like, oh, do this, do that, or like being too much in their business, like wanting to fix them, like if they didn't have a job, you were like finding like applications. But I do think that you did it out of love. But it, like, the way that I see it, it's like it was fine at first, but then like you got too involved. You got like, you were just trying to fix them, and they didn't like that. So I think that's what pushed them away. Like, and like they left very fast. This is about, they think they did the right thing, because this is just about having mental clarity. Like they have found their truth, but only after leaving. I think once they left, they found, like, they realized how involved in their life you were, or like how badly you wanted to fix things, because you had this idea in your head of what a relationship should be. I kind of see you trying to like make the perfect person. They were fine with it at first, but then, you know, as time went on, they sort of saw you being too much. But yeah, I think that this person thinks that they did the right thing, and there's no regret, there's nothing. So after they left, that's when this clarity came. Like, they do really think that they did the right thing. So this is the Nine of Cups' endings and fulfillment. So I don't think they're gonna come back, but I think that you are still like missing. You still miss them because of the pride and like the social dynamic. And then the Knight it's a 3, which is growth and movement, So yeah, they moved really fast. I think that they're completely over you, and this is new beginnings, a new identity. If you like this reading, make sure to like and subscribe. So pile number 3, this is your reading to find out why they left without saying a word. Again, if you like these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe. So the first card that we have is the Four of Coins. So the Four of Coins, this is just about emotional self-protection, right? So a need to hold on tightly, like not wanting to let go of things, being very like greedy with things. Like I think that they wanted control. There was a lot of pride and fear of being vulnerable. So I think what this person may have wanted to tell you was that they wanted to open up, but instead instead they built these like emotional walls. So they feared losing something. I think they feared losing control or like a dignity or like safety. So I don't think this person ever said anything during the relationship. This person was like bottling things up a lot. Not because they didn't care, but because they just didn't know how to let go without losing themselves. So the Chariot has to do with movement and ambition and direction. So usually they had somewhere else to go. I don't know if it was emotionally or like physically, like they had to just move someplace else, but they did choose movement over the connection. So yeah, this person just felt they had to move forward. Fear of losing control, wanting to move forward. And the Hermit is all about isolation, being in silence, like disappearing. So like yeah, I do think that they withdrew to seek something inside themselves. So like they left because they wanted to find themselves. They wanted to find the truth. They wanted to find their identity. So they did feel a need to disappear from the world, including you. So I think that's why they ghosted you, completely left you, like abandoned you. And like they did it on purpose because they thought this was the right thing to do for themselves. So yeah, I do think that this person was very selfish in the way that they did it, because they were just afraid of losing the control. But also, I think that this person knew from the very beginning that they were gonna leave. With the Hermit, this is just all about that they needed to disappear to find themselves. But they left because of themselves, not because of you. With the Tower, this is just about things breaking within themselves. So they did lose their center, right? So this is like a sudden upheaval, like a fall from pride or like a fall from illusions. Something in their life or between the both of you collapsed. So like yeah, they were like at their breaking point. So like a mental or like an emotional crisis that suddenly happened. But like if anything, I do think that this person just like being alone. So this person likes being alone, likes to think a lot. They're afraid to give power or like even to share, and like it's a very greedy person. Like, it comes from them having a fear of losing, so they chose to leave. Being alone from a sudden collapse. So I do think that this person, like what they wish they could have said was they left because their world collapsed. So they were clinging on to control, and they were afraid to show how lost this like they were. So they chose the road alone because they just needed a break to understand who they were. I don't think this person wanted to disappoint you like that, or like they didn't mean to disappear like that, but they just couldn't stand falling apart in front of you. So again, if you did like this reading, make sure to like and subscribe. So this does conclude today's video to find out why they left without saying a word. Again, if you do like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.